Hello everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Bridget. I am the social media guru here at Realty Executives Josie, and today we're going to be talking about the best practices for lead generation on social media. I'm going to be going through some things on Facebook here for you, as that is the top place for you to be practicing your lead generation on social media here. Now, of course, there is a lot to consider when you're advertising your real estate business on social media, from strategy to getting your ads in front of the right audience to the type of images that are going to stop them mid-scroll while they're on their phones or even on their laptops, So we're going to go through some of those best practices to get the best ROI from real estate social media in marketing. So let's start here first of why you should be advertising on social media. So now, of course, one of the best ways to get leads through social media marketing is to be on Facebook. It's top choice for many here. 99% of buyers use online tools during their search. Social media marketing is very affordable. You can expand your reach because you're not limited to specific factors like traditional marketing lets you have, and you can get real-time analytics and feedback on social media. And you can use it for awareness and lead generation to strengthen your brand presence and your reputation. So with nearly 3 billion active users on an average of 33 minutes per day, Facebook is part of our daily lives, and it is the top choice for people to be on. So therefore for you as well. So here's just a few reasons why Facebook is the preferred choice here. Now, don't forget about target advertising, because they've got a lot of customization options and you can target different areas and different demographics. Now, the average cost per click for Facebook is $1.72 compared to Google, which is $2.69 per click. So right there, it is much more affordable. You can also display ads to prospects showing the intention to buy by using the algorithm that Facebook has built in through it. And because Facebook is top dog, many solutions are available to help you get in front of your target market online. And you can get better quality contact information using the Facebook lead capture that's built right into it in your ad there, including phone numbers, but also too, if you're going to be having a landing page for yourself on your paid Prime Agent website, that can also get you as much information in lead capture as you want as well. All right, so let's go through some of the best practices to help you get the most out of this popular platform. So you want to come up with a plan and some clear goals. You really don't want to miss out on any opportunities due to a lack of consistency in planning. Now, it takes an average of 5 to 7 times just to get someone to recognize your brand, let alone convert them. So create a plan of what you're going to post and when to make sure your business gets the exposure that it needs. So now, depending on your goals, set up your campaign is going to be different from how you're going to set it up in Facebook, maybe different from how you set it up on a Google paid ad there. For example, if your goal is to drive traffic to your site, you really want to be able to link your website from social media. So you're going to need that paid social media Prime Agent website there to have inside of the ad. And you always want to map out the entire journey. You want to think about how you're going to capture, respond, nurture, and convert before you set up those campaigns. You want to make sure that you have an effective ad strategy. A mix of the brand awareness and lead generation ads work best. So highlighting your active and sold listings is a critical portion to mixing up what you're going to be showcasing there. So you want to, learn the video ways. And of course, we have a fabulous webinar on making videos there, but create a short video on a timely topic to educate and answer questions from potential buyers there. You also want to use your ads to highlight a worthy cause, such as maybe, donations or clothing drives. You want to show your community some love there. So having that effective strategy is going to help you out for that as well. Now, as I said about those forms, so if your goal is to capture leads, use Facebook and Instagram's native lead capture. Pre-filled forms makes it easy for leads to express interest and provide contact information without leaving the platform. And if you use the Facebook lead form rich creative, you can also provide more information about your business and you can infuse more of your brand into the form. So right there, having something on Facebook is good. Now, again, you don't have to use Facebook lead capture. You can certainly be sending people to another place. And like I mentioned, another fantastic place to send them to is that paid Prime Agent website. Now, you also want to come up with some compelling copy. People scan quickly, so you want to make sure your copy really grabs their attention. So keep it short. Think of the ad goal and communicate what action you want them to take. You want to see what resonates the most by testing different variations there. So if you're using Facebook, multiple text optimization lets you input different options for the primary text, headline, and description. Now, of course, I have a fabulous webinar on ChatGPT though, so entering key details and get a great starting point for your ad copy in seconds by using ChatGPT. And you can also use it there too for your variations on your text as well. Now, writing concise Facebook ad copy as a real estate agent to capture the attention of home buyers and encourage them to click to learn more about the property on 123 Main Street is a fantastic way to start off your ad there. And so checking out my ChatGPT webinar that I have for more on how to use the chatbot in your daily business that you've got there going on. But definitely write concise, write short, because people do scan quickly. Now, of course, experiment with ad media. Use a mix of images, carousel, and video. Everybody gets a little scared about that video thing there, but it's really going to help you out there by making sure to use high quality, beautiful images. It's really going to be the visual that stops them mid-scroll, especially on Instagram, because Instagram is first and foremost a visual platform. You also want to make sure that you're following image specifications. You're trying to upload something and it says, oh, this file is too large. Take the time to make it smaller, make it the right way to be. You want to make sure your images are not cropped. You want to make sure they're not distorted. You don't want to make sure they're covered by other elements such as text, because Facebook has a limit on text on images, not in your captions and things, but it'll tell you how much you can put in your captions and whatnot there. But if you have any text on your images, Facebook may penalize you at a higher cost because you have too much text on your images, or it may even just reject your ad in general, saying there's too much text on your image, you can't use it. So word to the wise, don't put text on your images and save it for the body, save it for the copy, save it for the caption, save it for the headline, save your text for where it needs to go, and just use your images and your videos as images and videos. Now you also want to come up with a clear call to action, or a CTA. You might see both of those there as you go through the Facebook process, which encourages prospects to act. So you want to state what action you want them to take. Be very clear about what you want them to do. You want to use simple CTAs or call to actions like call now, learn more, message us, send message, whatever it's going to be there. Your action verbs, use them to prompt an action. And when in doubt, you always want to test. Test two things, see what resonates the best. Test your variations. Is a call now better than send a message? Test them and see what makes the most sense. Now, the other thing that you want to make sure that you do here is to apply the housing special ad category. I can't emphasize this enough. You want to make sure that you apply this category to prevent rejected ads. Facebook applies additional targeting limitations to prevent discrimination, which is why, as a real estate agent, you need to use the housing special ad category in your Facebook advertising. Now, you can target by geographic area, but not by zip code, not by postal code, but you can target a geographic area. Housing ads are generally fixed for ages 18 to 65 and up. You can do some testing in between there, but of course, nothing lower than 18. Your audience must include all genders. You cannot specify on that. And most options are unavailable when it comes to interest and behavior within your demographic. So you're going to have those limitations there. But of course, we're not secret agents. We want to be open to anyone and everyone about our housing business that we have here to offer. So while limitations apply to these housing ads for property listings, home insurance, mortgages, things that have specific numbers and percentages, but limitations do not apply to tips related to home ownership. So you want to say in your ad, start saving now to have a down payment on your home. That's a tip. That's not saying buy this, sell this, here's a percent on mortgage, here's what interest rate. That is none of that. So the housing ad category would not apply to a tip. But the housing ad category does apply to property listings, home insurance, mortgages, things that are going to be very specific in that sense of not a tip related to your business. So Keep that in mind for when you're going through that process there, that the special ad category is going to limit you on location. It's going to limit you on not being able to choose an age category. You cannot choose a gender, and it limits you on your demographic interest and behavior as well. But again, that's okay, because we do want to be open to everyone, right? As we should be. Okay, so let's go through some ad ideas to get you started on your Facebook ad journey there that you've got. Bringing in those lead generations off of social media. So do something that's for your actives and your sold listings, right? You'll attract potential buyers and sellers with eye-catching property images. Showcase the property and highlight your experience with your sold listings. And don't forget that videos are always a great way to showcase everything, because as I said about the text thing, don't put any text on your images there. So what a better way to explain what you got there than by using a video. So do make sure that you incorporate some of that in there as well. Now, 80% of clients trust user reviews as much as personal recommendations. Now, this is social proof. So reviews and testimonials are powerful for every aspect of your business. Not just a picture with a caption, but a video for that as well. Of course, short and sweet to the point with the videos. Keep them nice and short. That way people want to watch from start to finish. Now, also, too, if you're offering a free service, who doesn't want to know how their biggest investment is performing? So offer, what's your home worth? Yes, this does apply to the special housing ad category, but you can certainly offer this. Just make sure you're checking off that box there, and your ad will be successful on social media. Now, a video tour. Now, is also a great way to be, like I said, video is a great thing out there, especially on Facebook. More than 4 billion video views take place on Facebook every day. 4 billion video views. Now, video not only captures attention right away, but it helps build trust with your audience. What you see is what you get. A video is also favored by the Facebook algorithm, so keep that in mind when you're going through all these different types of Facebook ads that you have. Video really is favored by the Facebook algorithm. So it behooves you to use some video in your advertising. Now also, offer something of value to attract and capture prospects. Some examples for offering a lead magnet of some kind: offer a home buyer's guide, offer a staging tips checklist, offer a neighborhood guide, offer a home seller's checklist, offer something that is a lead magnet. People say, oh, I'm moving to this neighborhood. Oh man, that'd be great if I had a guide. I've never been there before. I don't know what it's about. I want to learn more about my community. Offer them something in exchange for their information. Now, the number one lead conversion mistake that I see is focusing too much on the lead generation itself and not enough on the follow through. So it's really great that we have all these things that we can put together to make a Facebook ad, make a Facebook video. But what about after that? So now you've got all this information. What are you going to do with it? Don't leave it. Don't let it sit. The longer it sits, oh yeah, that was how long ago? Whatever, I moved on. I moved on to somebody else. Let's not move on to someone else. Let's make sure that they're going to stick with you here for the ride. So it takes a systematic plan to convert your leads into clients. You've got two things here, right? You're going to play the short game and you're going to play the long game. Now, the short game is the initial follow-up strategy, which can take 6 to 12 attempts before you actually connect with the lead. And the long game, which is that nurture strategy, where clients are looking at properties online, generally aren't ready to buy or sell for a median of about 10 weeks there. So if you take a systematic approach and use technology to automate the nurture process, it can have a big impact on your conversion rate. So let's go through a couple of those best practices now. Speed to lead is critical. If you respond within 5 minutes, you are 100 times more likely to connect. You are 21 times more likely to qualify. And by using technology that can immediately send an automated and personalized response on your behalf, really will be your solution. So your initial follow-up strategy, speed to lead, is critical. Keep that in mind. Now, the goal of both your initial follow-up nurture strategy should be to build trust. Either way you're going to go with it, you got to build that trust. Educate with a branded MLS market report. Educate with free guides and checklists. Educate with home buying and selling tips. You want to use the triplet approach for follow-up, right? You want to make sure that you've got your call, your text, and your email. You know, an auto response via the email is great follow-up. With both a call and a text as well, you're more likely to reach to them and give the choice to use the preferred contact method. So your triplet approach, your call, your text, your email. So an auto response via email is great, but having that call and text to that personal touch there, a call and a text. You're reading words on a screen with an email. You're reading words in a text message. However, now, instead of it just being a generic email that you might have sent out to how many people, maybe that text message is a little more tailored. And that phone call, that's really that personal, tailored touch to offer, white glove service. Now also too, to increase your reach and ROI with a multi-channel approach, your nurture strategy should be including that. You know, businesses that market to at least 4 different channels see ROI increases of up to 300%. So using popular channels like magazines and newspapers, social media, direct mail, blogs, vlogs, podcasts, email, your nurture strategy should be including things to increase this ROI and be on multiple places for that. Now, you can also drip via email, but you want to kick it up a notch, right? So send next level nurture that matches their intent and use multimedia, videos, PDFs, infographics, check-in emails, text messages. Variety is the name of the game. And of course, there's no better way to prove you are the bomb by using data to highlight your successes. You know, if you sold a home quickly, include how long, how many offers, how much over asking if you're applicable to be able to do such a thing like that. And if your listing got a crazy reach on Facebook, include how many people you reached and how this helped sell the home. The more that you can put out there to prove to someone, this is why I did this in such a short amount of time, or quickly, or price, or whatever it might be, the more you've got to hook into someone to say, yeah, that's who I want to work with. It was quick. It was more money than what I needed or wanted. I definitely want to work with them. So definitely something you want to try to include there too. Now, of course, I'm not going to let you leave this session without something for you here. So I have some scripts that you can use. Let's activate my scripts here. Okay, so on the side of your screen, I've got a little paper clip. It might say the word files. It might say download. It might be that arrow to download something there. But I have a resources. You can copy and paste them, use them as is. You can take them as a starting point to help generate and convert more leads on social media. I have email. I have for text message. I have for stage 1, I have for stage 2. I have both of those things included in there for you. Just some things to help you get you started here. Something for the short game, something for the long game, something for that initial follow-up strategy, something for the nurture strategy, something to get you started there. So hit that paperclip or files, the word download or the little arrow to download on the side of your screen there, and you can get those additional resources I've got there for you on the side of your screen. So, short, sweet, and to the point here today. This is some best practices that I gave you for lead generation on social media, more specifically on Facebook as well. We're going to have another session to go over a little more in depth on advertising on Facebook. We're out of time for today right now, but please do make sure that you have gotten that file on the side of your screen there. Download that file. And if you happen to be watching the recording, you have now reached the point where you should probably send me an email and say that you're looking for that offer that I had there to download the additional resources. I will be happy to send it to you. That is my email. That's my phone number if you want to talk a little bit further about the best practices for lead generation on social media. So I hope you learned a little bit more here today about just that. Thanks so much for joining. Until next time.